Hello and welcome back. Today I'll be going over a simple language learning program in Python. The way this program works is that a random word will be selected from a giant list of English words, and then that selected word will be translated into Spanish, or the language that you want to learn, and then it will be shown to you. Then, you have to translate that word back into English. The program then checks if your input is the same as the original word that it chose. Now, in order to do all of this, we're going to need three things. We need a way to randomly pick a word, a way to translate the words, and a way to get a large list of English words. To deal with the task of getting a list of words, we can use the NLTK, or the Natural Language Toolkit, to get a list of words. We can import and download the word list and save it to a variable, which allows us to access the words, which is what we want. The variable that I'm going to be using is called listWords, because, well, it's a list of words, but you can use any variable that you would like. Next, we're going to be needing a way to translate these words, which we can do with the Translate module. The way this works is that we can set our translator to translate any input into a given language, and you can change the language it translates to by changing the language code. If I'm going to be translating the words into Spanish, I'm going to be using the Spanish language code, which is ES. If you want to translate, for example, to German, you would use DE as the language code. So now we have a list of English words and a way to translate the words, but we need a way to randomly pick one of the words. To do this, we can use the random module, which helps us get a random number. What we're doing here is getting a random number from 0 to the length of our list minus 1, and then we're assigning it to a variable called x. The reason we're doing this range, from 0 to the list length minus 1, is because Python lists are indexed at 0 at the start. So the first element is at index 0, the second element is at index 1, and so forth. This means that if we wanted the very last element, we would have to take the length of our list and subtract it by 1 to get the index. So now, we have a list of words, a translator, and a way to get a random number for our index. So let's put this all together in the final code cell, which is where all of this happens. First, we print out the word in Spanish, which is done by accessing the list at index x, which is our random number, and then we put that word into the translator, which gives us our translated word in Spanish. Next up, the program asks us to input our answer, and our answer is stored in the variable called user. When we enter an answer and press enter, the program compares the variable user with the item in the list at index x. If we translated the word in Spanish correctly, then the item in the list and our input would be the same, meaning that we've successfully translated the word. Now, while this program does work, there is a downside. This list contains around 230,000 words, and some of the words cannot be directly translated to other languages. This means that our translator may not be able to translate some of the words. So to solve this, you might want to use a smaller list of common words. Other than that, you now understand how to make your very own language learning program in Python. There will be a GitHub link in the description where all of this code is stored. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, goodbye.